Hello again and welcome to Tips with Andrew. I am Andrew Sapiano. Thank you so much for joining me on this lovely Sunday evening, afternoon. I guess we're evening. We'll call it. Just a quick update. I am just about done my course that I'm putting together on weight loss and how to be healthy. If this is something that you're interested in getting early bird access into or how to get your hands on it, definitely drop me a comment, send me a message, and we'll get you rocking and rolling. What I wanted to come on today and talk a little bit about was yesterday we talked about back pain. Today, I want to go a little bit more into the pain aspect. When we're working out, when we're losing weight, when we're doing all that exercise routine regimen, the new stuff that we're stepping into, if you will, there's going to be some pain. There's going to be some growing pains. There's going to be some discomfort, some uncomfortable times, some uncomfortable sensations, and that's where I want to come in a little bit. I know a little bit about knee pain. I played hockey for most of my life, so my knees are a little bit less than stellar, if you will, and on the best of times. And then sometimes they really flare up, and you know the way it is. So that's where I want to come on and give you little tips on on what helps me, how I sort of deal with it, little tidbits that I do on a daily basis to help me. I want to share them. Hopefully they help you too. Let's get it rocking. So my first tip, more than anything, is rest. When you are hurting, when you're going too hard, when you're overdoing it, when you're stressing yourself out, when you're going too strenuous, that's when your body's going to start to push back. And your body knows what you need a lot of times more often than we do. If you are especially if you're not used to an exercise routine, a weight loss regimen, any sort of change in your daily routine that you're not used to, it can be very easy to to push yourself really hard and to drive yourself really hard and not really think of the repercussions that happen. And your knees are going to be, we talked about back pain yesterday, but knees outside of your back are going to be the place on your body where you notice it the most, because it's one of those big areas on your body that does a lot for your body. So when you're overdoing it, when you're pushing it, when you're going harder than you normally do, and I'm not talking like some big or workout exercise regimen routine. I'm talking just a little bit more than you do on a regular basis. Even something as simple as if you drive everywhere and you start walking most places, you're going to start hurting right away just because that's your body's sort of deal with it tactic to let you know that this is something that you're not doing normally and this is an uncomfortable sensation. So, help me out. And rest is going to be the number one thing that you can do. Just take it easy, take a step back, regather yourself, maybe take a day, 2, 3 off. You definitely want to rest versus risk injury, and then and you're going to be resting. See, this is the thing too. You're going to be resting no matter what. So you can either rest on your own terms because you've realized you're pushing yourself too hard, or your body's going to just not work anymore, and it's going to force you to rest. So either way, my tip goes. My next tip is some ice and some heat. I love doing this. I really love doing this because the cold is really great for slowing inflammation, for really numbing the area, providing the coolness, the sensation that you need. Because a lot of times when you're inflamed, I mean, think of the name. When you're inflamed, right? It's really hot. It's really bothered. You don't really like the sensation that's going on. And for me, more than anything, when I have inflammation and stuff like that, I love putting ice on it, an ice pack, some sort of, we'll even get ice cubes from the freezer and just put it in like a freezer bag. Again, this is stuff that you're going to wrap. Whether you're using ice cubes or an ice pack or something like that, you want to wrap it in a towel as to not put it directly on your skin. You definitely want to have something in between your skin and the ice pack, for example. But ice is great for cooling it down, for reducing inflammation, all sorts of good stuff. You want to do 15 minutes no longer than 15, 20 minutes maximum. But you don't want to be doing too much from that, because that way, that after that, you're not really doing any benefits for your body. You're actually deterring it, because then you're talking about like frostbite, freezer burn, and your muscles are at that point too cold to actually do anything. So 15 minutes, 20 minutes tops, that's all you need. And then switch to heat. So for me, I don't always have access to a heat pad, but I do always have access to a blanket or a towel. So that's what I'll use what I have, do what I can with what I've got, and then take the towel and just wrap it around my knee. And then that way it has the warmth and it's keeping the warmth in. So what the warmth does is it just kind of soothes your muscles, releases tension, allows your muscles to kind of free flow in a way that they were being restricted in, either A, with the inflammation, or B, with the cold. Your muscles tend to freeze up and tend to tense up when you're cold. But when you're hot, they definitely free flow. They're allowed to do the movement that they need to, the bend and resist and all that stuff. Again, 15 minutes, that's all you want to do. 20 minutes tops. I like the 15 minutes. That way it just keeps it on a schedule. 15 is 30, and then you're every hour type thing. I don't know. I'm just nuts like that. But again, and then what you're going to do is you're going to alternate in between. So 15 minutes cold, 15 minutes hot, and then alternate back and forth. So then you go back to the 15 minutes of cold and 15 minutes of hot. But what you're going to want to do in between your reps or your sets, I guess, if you will, just take a little bit of a break, allow your body to sort of calm down and realize what you're trying to do, and then go for a reset. So, 15 minutes cold, 15 minutes hot, then maybe a 10-minute grace period, break time, just to allow your body to recoup and come back ready and stronger for the next set. Then another 15 and 15, and then just keep rotating it back and forth. Elevation. I love this tip too, because what happens a lot of the times is blood flow. When you're inflamed and when you're hurting, when you do something, blood is going to flow to that area. That's just the way it works. Anytime you really hurt yourself, there's just a flow of blood to it, right? So the elevation, what you want to do is you're looking to get it above your heart, right? You're looking to elevate it above your heart, so that way that the blood will flow back down. So in this case, your leg is up, and you want the blood to flow down, back, basically up your leg, but down your leg and then back towards your heart, so that the blood's not flowing and rushing to that spot, because that's a discomfort in itself. When you're sitting there and you've got blood flowing and you've got like a clump up of blood right there, and it's just weighing you down, and you're not really able to move, you're not really able to do anything, and it hurts to even think about it. You definitely want to elevate it. What are we talking? Put it on top of the side of your couch. If you've got a chair, definitely grab the chair and see that what you want to do is so I said before that you're looking to get it above your heart, but you're just really looking to get it elevated to a way that the blood can flow away from it, right? So when it's down, the blood is automatically flowing down. That's automatically what it's going to do. But if you at least level it, it's going to stop flowing down and it's going to just level out, right? And then if you incline it like that, it's going to flow back down. So that's where you want to decide what you're able to do. You don't necessarily have to have it on an incline, but you definitely have to have it elevated. So even as something as simple as just laying your foot or your leg on the couch, that's just parallel with your body, at a 90-degree angle, that's going to be more beneficial than anything, because you just want the blood to flow away from there, right? So you've got elevation where the blood is flowing away, and then you put some ice on there to try and freeze the area and kind of deal with the inflammation that way. And then the heated up after will allow you to your muscles to move in a way that they're supposed to. I mean, I guess technically I should have switched those tips around. You should be elevating it and then putting ice and heat on it. But my bad. I learned for next time. but definitely want to elevate your leg, get the blood flowing away from there. That's going to be a great tip right off the bat, because that's going to help you. You're going to notice a difference right away. My next tip is to strengthen the muscles around the knee. This is your preventative measure as well as your, after the fact preventing, I guess. We'll do that. We'll go with that. But when you're strengthening the muscles, all you're doing, so this is one thing that I heard more than anything, is that when you jump and you land on the ground, your knees actually they absorb 4 times your body weight. So for me, I'm roughly in the 200-pound range. My knees, when I jump and I land on the ground, are absorbing 800 pounds worth of body weight. So that's a lot of stress and strain that you're putting on your knees on a daily basis, all day, every day, right? They're there to hold you up, to move you around, and you're asking a lot of them all day, every day. There is never a point in time where you're like, I'm going to walk over there, but I'm not going to use my legs. I'm just going to use my hands, or I'm just going to crawl over there. It's not happening. You're using your legs, you're using your knees all the time. So what you want to do is give them the best of a chance as you can get. Strengthening the muscles around the knee. The knee's not actually a muscle, it's more of a bone. So you're not going to strengthen your knee bone, but you're going to strengthen the cartilage around it, right? Your ACL, your MCL, your quad, your thighs, even below that, your shin, your calves. And those are stuff those are the places that you're going to want to look to strengthen, because that's what's going to help your knees be better and be stronger, right? If the ligaments and the muscles around that are strong, then you can't help but be strong all the time, because you're helping your body in the best way that you can. So if my body's absorbing 800 pounds of body weight, how many times a day, every single day, that's a lot of strain and stress and pressure that I'm putting on my knees all the time. And if you don't think about it, it's going to creep up on you really easily and really fast. But it's something that you can think about. It's an easy thing to think about because your knees are there, like you're always using them. So do what you can to strengthen your knee muscles. My next tip goes along with it: weight management. Manage your weight. Your knees are only designed to withstand so much weight, so much pressure, so much stress, so much strain, only up to a certain point. That's it. And then you start buckling. And that's the way that it works, because you're not a machine, right? You're not a robot. You're a person with bones that break, that deteriorate, that are not strong unless you provide the strength for it, right? Calcium, vitamin D, all sorts of goodness that you put in your body. And that's also it too. You need to watch what you're putting in your body, because certain foods can very much, most likely, help strengthen your bones, strengthen your muscles. Certain foods can definitely help you build muscle. But you need to be fueling your body with the proper nutrition, right? You can't just be putting in to your body whatever you see fit or whatever's easiest at that current moment, right? You need to be getting targeted nutrition so that you know what you're putting in your body and you can give your body the best chance for success. Managing your weight is definitely going to be a key to that, because like I said, your knees absorb 4 times your body weight. So, I mean, If you're me, I'm 200. I'm in the 200-pound range, right? So I'm 800 pounds. Anything more than me, 300 pounds, that's like 1,200 pounds that your knees are absorbing. And even less than me, right? If you're in the 100-pound range, 150, 170, give or take, that's still almost 400 pounds that your body is absorbing, or more than 4 times 150, is 600. So 600 pounds. So even if you weigh 150 pounds, which is, I don't know, I guess skinny, healthy, whatever, your knees are still absorbing 600 pounds worth of body weight almost all day, every day. So even for the littlest of people, your knee strength and your weight management is definitely going to be a benefit to keeping your knees healthy, strong, and providing you benefit as opposed to working against you. And then my last tip, more than anything, is essential oils. I love using essential oils. I mentioned before that I used to play hockey. My knees never really healed properly. I never gave them the chance to heal properly. But essential oils are great for helping my body, my body's natural process, right? Your body reheals itself and regenerates itself every so often, right? So the oils just work with my body to help the natural process that it already goes through. Essential oils like ginger are actually great. I didn't even know this until I did the research. And ginger is actually a natural anti-inflammatory. So that's a great one if you're looking to, reduce inflammation. If you're looking to sort of help with the discomfort in your knee and help sort of do your knee do better, right? Essential oils like lemongrass are actually great for muscle and tissue repair, right? So if you are exercising and you are working out, you're definitely tearing your muscles, because that's what you're doing when you're building muscles. You tear down the muscles to rebuild it bigger, right? So lemongrass is great for ligament repair, tissue repair, sort of everything that you would think that goes along with knee pain. Lemongrass is definitely going to be a help for that. And then wintergreen is another great one. It's similar to peppermint in the sense that it's got a strong cooling effect, and that's going to be great. Like I said, with when you've got inflammation and it's really hot and really bothered and uncomfortable down there, it's really not fun to deal with it, right? So any sort of cooling sensation that you can put on it, wintergreen is great. Wintergreen is actually also great for bone regeneration, stuff like that. So definitely, if that's something that you're interested in, check that out more than anything. That's what I got for you for today. My tips on how to help with knee pain. Rest, definitely want to rest it up. If you go too hard, your body will force you to rest anyways, so you might as well take it upon yourself. Ice and heat, 15 minutes of ice, 15 minutes of heat, rotate, alternate, and then wrap it up in a towel or something to put it on your body. Elevation, keep your leg elevated. If you can, get it above your heart so that you're on an incline, but all you're looking for is just the straight across. Strengthening your knee muscles and weight management are going to be great preventative measures and also to help you in the future. And then essential oils. Essential oils are great for everything that anything that comes up in life. And especially when you're dealing with discomforts in the body, ligament issues, all sorts of inflammation. I mean, essential oils are natural inflammatories, right? So that's where the health industry is based off of. That's all I got for you for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you got some value out of this. I know I had some fun making it. Definitely share this with your friends or a family member, perhaps somebody from your team that you feel needs to hear this. If you'd like to learn more about essential oils or how to get your hands on some of the cool stuff that I talk about, or how to get early bird access into my course that I'm creating on weight loss, definitely drop me a comment, send me a message, and we'll get you rocking and rolling. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I look very forward to talking to you again. I love you guys. Bye for now.